Alright, let's see. What's a good channel we can... Is it The Fear Factor? It's The Fear Factory. This is a pretty good channel. This is a pretty good one. When police encounter something they simply can't explain, this should be a good one. This should be a good one. March.
On May 12th, 2025, before 11 p.m.
I'm stupid, I'm sorry.
Officers in Salt Lake City attempted what should have been a routine traffic stop. A vehicle was moving through the area near North Temple and 600 West without its headlights on, which usually resulted in a warning or a citation. For a few months, nothing about it stood out. But instead of pulling over, the driver kept going. The vehicle simply continued forward.
Oh, they got the dogs out.
Signal until officers lost direct contact. The engine was off, and whatever had just started hadn't ended there. Officers began searching on foot and brought in K9 units to sweep the surrounding blocks and the nearby railroad tracks. Eventually, they found him.
Huh? Whoa!
Oh shit. Hey, that's signing a death warrant. Never shoot at the cops. Never shoot at the cops.
Police coming up! Police coming up!
Bro, gonna go down.
Police! Hands up! Hands up! Get your hands up!
A man later identified as Carlos Ocampo Flores was spotted moving along the railroad tracks.
Come on, Carlos.
At first, he didn't appear armed. Officers repeatedly called out to him, ordering him to get down. But he ran.
Hey, police!
Fucking
stop!
idiot.
Stop! Stop! Do not reach your fucking waistband! Do not! All right! H313 suspect!
What's the part they can't explain?
Officers later said Ocampo Flores brought his hand to his waistband and held what they described as an unknown object. It was a small movement, but in situations like these, those small movements are often what determines what happens next.
Get up! I got you, Ben! Do not reach! I'm on the reach! Back up! I will fucking get my shit! Back up! Back up! Hey, show me!
Yeah, no, this guy's a dumbass.
Back up! Show me your hands! I will! Back up! I got you! Back up!
Cops have to protect themselves, guys. They can't afford to see what you're reaching for. If you are reaching, they are just going to shoot. You got to be careful. This guy is just an absolute dumbass. You can tell by the way he's talking. He's a dumbass.
Back up! Back up! No, put your hands. Back up! Hands, show me your hands now. I'm telling you, back up. Show me your hands. I will fucking shoot you niggas. Show me your hands. I got it. Show me. All right. Stop reaching! All right. Back up! There's niggas over there. I have all you guys on the track. On guard. Back up!
From the camera's perspective, it wasn't entirely clear what was in his hand. There was motion, there was tension, but no obvious outline of a weapon. What was clear was the reaction.
I got niggas on you guys, I swear to God. Do not reach! I swear to God. Do not reach or you're getting shot again. I'm not reaching. I'm not reaching. Ah! Hey, do not fucking reach! Or you will get fucking shot again. I'm not reaching. We need more over here now. I'm reaching, you're getting shot again. Taser. I'm not reaching. Ah!
Fucking got his ass.
Or you will get fucking shot again.
We need more over here.
See, this is just an arrest. What's the unexplainable
I
part?
will not. I'm not reaching. Look, hands are untied. Hands are untied.
Officer Bradley fired 3 shots. The sound cut through everything, and Ocampo Flores dropped to the ground near the tracks. But even that moment didn't resolve anything, because whatever he threw was never clearly identified. Officers moved in quickly after the shots. Other body cam clips from that night added small pieces, but not clarity.
All right, no.
So it's what they can't explain what he had.
Please.
Is that it?
Please. Hey, please.
Bro, probably just threw a fucking rock.
Please. Hey, please. Roll over. Please. Please. I'll give you guys anything you guys want. Yeah, I want your compliance. That's what I want.
I promise.
4:30, they're going 821.
I promise.
Hey, please. Roll over. Please.
Bro, don't fight him, bro. You got like 10 cops on your ass. Who do you think you're gonna get away from?
Yeah,
You're done.
I promise.
One officer
Bro, you're done
mentioned
for.
driving through the area known locally as Hoboville to look for witnesses, suggesting they were still trying to understand what had just happened even after it was over.
Bro, you
But
got a
from what I
local
can
area
find,
called
the central
Hoboville
question was
that
never really answered.
you
Watching it now,
in
nothing
the
about the beginning suggested
you in
how
a
it
city
would end.
city.
There was no clear moment when the truth revealed itself on camera. No frame you could pause and point to for a definitive answer. It was just a series of actions, and a question that lingered after the footage stopped. What exactly did he reach for that night?
Probably a rock or some drugs or some shit.
On December 31st, 2021, a rainy New Year's Eve in the Arizona desert, deputies responded to a call that didn't immediately make sense. Someone had reported what looked like a body on fire near I-17 and Table Mesa Road. It was a strange call, vague enough that deputies weren't entirely sure what they were heading toward.
A
Body
burning
cameras
body.
were rolling
They-
as deputies made their
told
way
you.
down to a small, uneven slope toward the reported location. But as they approached, the uncertainty quickly faded.
I mean, these body camera quality. Oof.
What they were looking at wasn't debris or a mistaken sighting. It was unmistakably a body.
A
One
burning
deputy
body, they
tried
told
to
you.
rationalize it, suggesting the person might have slipped and fallen, but even he seemed unsure as he said it. The scene simply didn't match anything accidental. Within moments, the deputies shifted into procedure. The area was secured, the fire still burning as they worked.
Burn all
And the
evidence.
scene was flagged as a likely homicide. They began collecting what little information they could from the surroundings, though nothing in the immediate area offered a clear
Could have been a
explanation.
spontaneous combustion
The
too.
situation felt incomplete from the very beginning. Later, the victim was identified as 41-year-old Benjamin Anderson of Phoenix, who had been reported missing earlier that same day. While deputies stood in the desert trying to understand what had happened, Anderson's friends were still searching for him in a different part of the city. They had even found his car in a parking garage occupied by strangers, hours before they learned the body had already been discovered.
He might have slipped and fell, and I might have, but I don't know what would set him on fire. I think we have a dead body here, Sarge.
Oh, treat as a crime scene.
There's blood up here at the top of the hill where it looks like a body dump, Sarge, that somebody drug him and threw him off this little cliff.
I can't watch it. I saw the fire and I just... Because he was alone. Seeing it is a whole different story.
Yeah, no, that's
Back
awful.
at the scene, deputies continued to notice details that raised more questions than answers. One of them pointed out that the victim appeared to be wearing fishnet stockings. It wasn't stated with confidence, more like an attempt to
What?
confirm what they were seeing. Anderson's friends would later say they had never known him to wear anything of the sort. Whether it was something he chose to wear or something placed on him afterward was unclear. The footage didn't resolve it. It simply captured the moment the uncertainty began.
He was a
Years
closeted
later, the case
cross-dresser.
remains without a full public resolution. Investigators have said they identified strong suspects and made progress. But no single explanation has been released that ties every detail together. The footage from that night remains one of the few direct glimpses into the...
He was wearing fishnet stockings. So I don't think people would have put that on him. He's probably a closeted crossdresser. Might have been a hookup gone wrong or something. But I don't know why they would have killed him. Maybe it was like a... Oh, sorry. Lure in and mugging type thing. That's the only thing that makes sense.
The discovery.
Because they had his car.
Yet even it feels partial, like a record of questions rather than answers. On March 5th, 2026, in Buffalo, New York, police were called to a single-family home on Minnesota Avenue for what initially
There's nothing really
sounded
scary
like a
about
mental
these. These are
health
just
crisis.
oh, this is an unsolved
There's a gentleman
issue.
that lives in
A
the house,
minor unsolved detail.
and he seems to have some mental issues, and I don't know if the dude is schizophrenic or bipolar, but he has these temper tantrums. And one of my tenants said he's locked in his room because the guy is acting out. He had told me to hurry up and get over there.
Is it upper, lower, or single family?
Single family, man. Front door, single family.
Okay.
Yeah, I need this guy removed from the house. I mean, at least tonight. He needs to go to, like, the UCMC or something.
Do you know if there are any weapons?
I don't think so, but he's at a guy's bedroom door, banging on the door, threatening him. And the guy is always leery of him. So
Okay, stay on the line for medical.
Medical.
A landlord reported that a tenant was acting erratically, possibly struggling with a psychiatric episode, and
Hey,
that
you
other
don't-
people
I
inside
don't
the house
don't fuck
were
with a crazy
frightened.
person. You
The
just
caller wanted someone
proper
to come
people and
quickly,
deal with them.
hoping the man could be taken to a hospital and stabilized before things escalated further.
Hey, man, I gotta hurry up and get to this house.
Oh, yep, got that. Is he violent?
Huh?
Was he violent?
Yeah. He seems like, yes.
Okay. We'll put a call in for the ambulance to go check him out.
Okay, sir, but you need to send a police car.
Yep, they're going to go with him. They always, they go with him.
Yeah, okay. All right. Please hurry. The guy said he was in trouble. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, well, he's got a weapon, and his other roommates in the house, and this guy is threatening them, and they all locked in their room, scared. Now, I'm standing here with this guy, trying to hold his attention, but now he done locked me out. Now, the ambulance is standing out here waiting on the police. Everybody waiting on the police.
But as more details came in, the tone began to change.
Well, he's
There
got
were
a
now
weapon now,
reports
yeah.
that the man had access to knives, that he had been seen holding them earlier, and that people inside felt trapped. By the time officers arrived, the scene was already tense.
Who got
54 Minnesota.
Yeah, who got people at knife point?
Right here.
Is it here?
Inside their phone. They're not at night.
All right.
So the gentleman, I'm the landlord. I got my keys.
But who's it? Okay, what's the threat?
My tenant. He got two other tenants in there. Like they're locked in their room,
Okay.
but he done lost his mind.
Okay.
He's either by-
Bodycam footage showed officers moving carefully, trying to piece together the layout, asking quick questions. Inside the house was quiet but not calm.
I will say I understand it's a tense situation, but they did sound like they were being a little rough with the guy who was just trying to explain it. He said, yeah, the guy's in here. The two tenants are there locked in the room. The guy's in there. He's a tenant. They're tenants. Like, they had to keep explaining. They're like, I get
They
it
were
though, it
told
is a
the
tense
man was in
situation,
a
but
bedroom. The door was closed, and officers began calling out to him, asking him to come out and talk. But his voice came back different.
Come on out, folks.
Give me room. Give me room. Watch out. Open the door.
Open the door. We're going to kick the door in.
We gonna kick the door in.
who's in there with him?
It's just him. All right, can you go that way? Go that way. Go that way. Go that way. I don't want nobody behind you. Go that way. You don't have anybody at night point? They're upstairs. Yeah, but somebody called and said they had. 20 minutes. He been in their room all night. I've been standing here talking to him through the window. Nobody has a knife? In that room. Call the FBI. My name is George Black. Hey man, is that if we open the door?
All the FBI.
I ain't got a bag. You are a drug dealing
A drug dealer.
He wasn't speaking in a way that matched the situation outside. He was agitated, accusing the officers of things that did not line up with reality, insisting that he would only speak to the FBI. That disconnect was where situations like this often started to break down. As the seconds passed, the decision was made to go in. Officers repositioned, cleared the immediate area, and prepared to force the door open.
Yeah, no, when you have a crazy person like this, you cannot deal with this on your own. You have to call, like, the cops or something, somebody to come deal with this, because this is not a situation no person would be able to deal with without police assistance. And if anything happens to the person and the police aren't there, you could get in trouble for it. Like, you know, you gotta be careful of shit like this. Crazy people are crazy.
When the door was breached, everything compressed in a few seconds. Officers shouted commands, telling him to drop the knives, to get down, to stop moving. But instead of backing away, Charles Butler moved toward them.
Yeah, right.
Oh, shit.
Stop! Drop it! Drop it! Drop the knife! You gotta be kidding. Stay down! Get the knife. Hey, there's one right here, Here, get some gloves. Okay, start idiot. I got gloves.
Yeah, no, don't fuck around.
A taser was deployed as the attempt failed and the situation closed in even further. Then 2 shots were fired.
Stop! Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Oh my God. You gotta be kidding me.
You gotta be kidding me.
Stop! Get the knife.
Did he get shot, or did they get like rubber bullets? Because if you don't die, he's lucky.
Officers moved in immediately, shifting from commands to aid, calling things out, trying to stabilize him. Later it was confirmed that Butler had been holding 2 knives. The shooting was placed under investigation, as these cases always were, reviewed not just for what happened, but for how quickly it unfolded, and whether anything could have been done differently. There wasn't a single moment where things could have gone differently. No clear turning point,
he got
just
shot.
a chain of small decisions, each one quietly narrowing the options, until there was almost nothing left to do. And when it finally ended, it didn't feel like a resolution. It felt like something that had spiraled out of control, faster than anyone inside that house could
That's how it goes. We got these crazy people. That's just how it goes. You gotta be careful of that shit.
On December 8th, 2023, the channel Hot News posted an encounter that went from mildly strange to horrifying within seconds. In a small village called Grupsko in western Poland, police were called to a house for a situation that at first didn't sound like something they hadn't handled before. The report was about a young woman who had locked herself inside the attic and refused to come out. There were mentions of erratic behavior, of shouting.
I've seen this one. People claim she was possessed.
Disturbance, not a threat. When the officers arrived, the house was quiet from the outside. At first,
They said this lady was possessed.
Then it became something else.
This was on all the
Bodycam
ghost
footage from the
channels.
scene shows the officers pausing near the attic door, listening before making contact.
See, I like Fear Factory because he covers a lot of like real scary shit, like encountering people in the woods and shit like that. But this video specifically, this one with this woman, I've seen it before plenty of times on ghost channels where they try to claim people think she was possessed by like demons or some shit.
Jezu, jak to ona tak warczy?
From the other side, there were low, uneven sounds. These were not words, not clear speech, but something closer to growling, like a voice trying to form sentences but never quite getting there. The officers knocked and called out to her, using her name, trying to keep their tone steady.
Yeah, all them sounds. Yeah, that's what people say she was possessed. Oh, no, she was possessed.
Sentences, but never quite getting there. The officers knocked and called out to her, using her name, trying to keep their tone steady.
Damn exorcists? Yeah, totally. Fuck that. I only get a 500 PL fucking salary, 5,000 fucking salary. They said this chick's demonic. Fuck that. I am not paid enough to handle this.
Uważaj.
They are terrified. You know how crazy you gotta be to have the cops terrified?
However, the sounds didn't change. One of the officers tried again, this time calling her by name and telling her to open the door. But then the growling came back. The hesitation among the officers becomes noticeable at that point. Eventually, they tried a different approach. Instead of repeating commands, they mentioned her family. They told her that her daughter was waiting for her, that she needed to come out, because the daughter they were referring to wasn't alive.
Just trying to block the window at the table.
That detail doesn't come through in the moment as something the officers fully understood, but knowing that now puts the entire exchange in a much more disturbing light.
Oh, they got the strobes on. Oh shit. Sorry guys, epileptic warning. Fuck, if I would have known. Oh shit, they got the fucking flashers on.
Kamilciu, chodź na dół, twoje dziecko cię woła. Chodź Kamilcia, dziecko cię woła. Kamilka. Wiktoria cię woła. Wiktoria cię woła.
There was no shift in tone, no sign that she recognized what they were saying or who they were. The sounds remained low, uneven, almost mechanical in their repetition. And from what I can find, no further details about the woman's condition or what was causing her behavior were ever made public.
Yeah, that's why people think she was possessed. People think he was demonic.
On a flight in April of 2020, what should have been an ordinary
2020 does not feel like it was 6 years ago at this point. Holy shit.
Journey to Arizona slowly began to unravel. At first, everything appeared routine. Passengers settled into their seats, the aircraft climbed to cruising altitude, and the cabin settled into its usual mid-flight quiet. But then the flight crew began to notice something unusual. A woman seated among the passengers started speaking in a way that didn't match the calm environment around her. She talked about seeing things no one else could see, pointing out details that simply weren't there.
I was sitting in my seat, I saw the dark morning was going. I saw the red light in my forehead like that.
Well, this is just taking your time. Yeah, that's gonna be.
Oh, I saw the forehead.
Alright, okay.
The red thing looking at me.
Yeah.
And he's in black. I know he's a vampire.
Look, them.
He stand up to me and he's looking. He stand up. I said, I'm looking. I said, this is mom. He's my enemy.
Yeah.
So I decided he didn't stop looking.
Yeah.
So I keep looking. We looking. Next thing I said, we gotta identify himself to me. So I get up. And I was going to him, he disappeared.
Okay.
He's coward, he disappeared.
Okay.
All these stinky smells is a can't been shooting on me. So people think I'm going to shoot, she smells so sick or she crazy staring.
Okay.
You have 141.
As her behavior grew increasingly concerning, the crew exchanged glances, monitoring her carefully while trying not to alarm the rest of the cabin. With options limited at altitude and the situation seemingly escalating, the pilots made a calculated decision. The flight would have to divert.
Now, see, you get a heavy set black lady with that kind of accent. You best believe her. That is some paranormal shit right there. I'll tell you what. If anybody knows, it's gonna be her.
Moments later, the aircraft banked off its original course, now heading towards New Mexico, an unexpected detour that few on board yet understood. When the plane touched down, police officers and paramedics boarded.
20 minutes ago, just came up out of nowhere. No one attacks the kingdom of God. She's a larger lady. Was kind of strange from...
I mean, is everybody safe right now?
Everyone's safe. Okay. Flexicopter, she's very violent movement.
Yeah.
Has been said she's going to spit. Passages that suggest a spit mask.
Does everybody have a spit mask? Does everybody have a spit socket?
It's like she's going to say.
Well,
she's like, did she hit anybody? Did she?
No, I didn't want to get her.
Alright, you know okay, so nothing like that. Did she try to exit the exit doors or anything like that?
She was on her way up here. She's sitting right in the back.
Okay. But she didn't make it to like the exit doors trying to open them or the cabin or anything like that. And she didn't hit anybody. So, okay.
They identified themselves, coordinated quietly, and approached the woman with practiced caution. After a brief assessment, she was escorted off the aircraft without resistance. Though her words continued, descriptions of things she insisted were there, even as everyone else saw nothing at all.
You saw a red light on your forehead.
It was paranormal, man. You gotta trust a lady like this. The accent she got, no, she knows what she talking about. She saw it, nobody else did, but that don't mean that she wrong.
No, it's my enemy standing. And it was I wanted to
Where are your enemies coming from?
St. Thomas, FBI.
St. Thomas?
Before the last, I was trying to run away with her, but the police stopped me at the airport. Her uncle is a lawyer. Her grandmother, brother is the lawyer. Her father, they're all in the society. So they take away my daughter. So I said, I have to vote. I don't come here because I'm not going to vote on that.
Once she was evaluated on the ground and the situation deemed under control, the aircraft was cleared to continue its journey. Eventually, the flight made its way to Arizona, and from an operational standpoint, the incident was logged and closed. Officially, the disruption was over, but unofficially, though, something still lingered.
No, from what that sounds like, though, sounds like a single mom who got her child taken away. She probably had a mental break or something. Joking aside, she probably just had a mental break or something like that. Which, if that is the case, that's kind of sad, but... And again, you know, a lady like that, with that accent, she knows what she's talking about. It's gotta be something paranormal. She had a thick accent. 2025, just last year.
In May 2025, deputies were dispatched after receiving a report about a young boy who had not been attending school for an unusual and increasingly concerning length of time. When officers arrived at the residence, they made contact with the boy's mother, Rhonda, hoping to understand the situation and ensure the child's well-being. But almost immediately, something felt off.
Hey, are you Rhonda?
Oh, shit.
You Rhonda? Yeah. Hey, Rhonda, I'm actually here to talk to you. So, you have a 17-year-old son? Kid?
17-year-old son?
Or, oh, I'm sorry, a child?
Yes.
Yes. They haven't been to school in this whole month?
Oh, yeah. No. It's just that, I haven't sent him to school yet.
Okay. So, from what I'm being told, they haven't been in school this whole month.
341, that's all 97?
Mm-hmm.
The school is unaware of what's going on with him.
Oh, he's going to go back to school.
Okay, but at this point, it's already reached a point of truancy. It's reaching the point of truancy.
What's that?
Legal thing that, I mean, you could get in trouble for.
Oh, okay.
Like, you pretty much have to, if you don't get in contact with the school right now to inform them of what's going on,
okay,
they're going to send you to court.
Okay, I'll give him a call. I didn't even realize that. Okay, I'll call his teacher.
You got your ID on you?
No.
The deputy began the conversation calmly, introducing himself and asking routine questions about the household.
No, this doesn't seem unusual so far. She just didn't.
Yet when asked about his school attendance, she hesitated, just long enough for the officers to exchange a look. Throughout the interaction, officers kept their tone steady and procedural. As the conversation...
I mean, so far it just seems like some lazy people didn't, some kid didn't want to go to school. The mom was just like, fuck it, whatever, you don't go to school. They didn't realize the implications. That's just kind of what it seems like so far. We'll see where this goes.
Unfolded, they asked to verify her identification. Rhonda said she might have a picture of it on her phone, though she seemed uncertain even about that. The pauses between her answers grew longer. The deputy requested permission to see her son. She agreed without hesitation, allowing officers to proceed.
Okay, they got all their windows boarded up, that's...
Yet during those few minutes, those quiet, those tense moments before they made contact with the boy, deputies noted several inconsistencies in her responses.
And is your kid here right now? Is your kid here right now?
Is my son here?
Yeah, is he here?
Yes.
Is there any way I could at least see him just to make sure that he's okay?
Yeah, because now you're starting to get suspicious that she did something to him. Or she was complicit in something bad happened to him.
Were you able to pull up the ID? Were you able to pull up the ID?
Yeah, hold on.
She's high.
There were a few details that didn't line up. Little details that made them wonder.
She's got to be high or something. She can't multitask.
As they stepped further into the home, Rhonda led them toward a bedroom at the back of the home. And when Rhonda opened the bedroom door, the room appeared quiet and still. There were no immediate signs of distress, but on the bed, wrapped neatly in a blanket, lay the unmistakably motionless body of a 6-year-old, Ra-Mile Pierre. The deputies tried asking what had happened, but for the moment, Rhonda said nothing. Then, almost abruptly, she stated, "I did it." She went on to explain that she believed her son had been possessed by a demon, and that she had been told by God, as she described it, to intervene. During what she believed was an exorcism, she held her hand over his mouth and pinched his nose until he stopped breathing. She had never called an ambulance, never reported his death, and never sought assistance of any kind.
Oh yeah, no, she was mentally ill.
Never. I mean, we have
she was mentally
ill.
We
have never had anything like this involving a 6-year-old child that's laid in a house for 16 days and just now found dead today. I'm not even a mother, I am thoroughly upset, devastated, and so is the community.
Investigators would later learn that Ramial had been absent from school for more than 10 days, leading the elementary school to report the unexplained absence on May 30th, 2025. Attempts to reach Rhonda had failed, prompting the welfare.
See, they threw me off. They were saying like 17. They were saying 17. No, it is a 6-year-old kid. It is a 6 or 7-year-old kid. 6, 7. But yeah, no, this mother definitely is a fucking basket case. Had a mental break of some kind.
Check that ultimately revealed the truth.
From what I understand, this kid just lit the room up and was just loved by everybody. And so they're all going to be having a very difficult time getting through this. She had a lot of highs and lows during the investigation, from laughing at different times at the scene to crying.
Medical examiners determined the cause of death as mechanical asphyxia, strangulation of the neck combined with obstruction of the mouth and nose, a painful and prolonged process. Signs of resistance were found on the child's body, including broken fingernails and bruising around the neck, indicating he had struggled in his final moments. The air conditioning had been left running, delaying any noticeable odor despite the estimated 10 to 12 days since the death. Rhonda showed little visible remorse. Instead, officers noted a calm, almost detached manner, along with statements referencing God, the devil, and her.
Like I said earlier, it seemed like she was high or something. She couldn't multitask. She was moving slowly. Like she wasn't mentally all there because she was high or something. But turns out she wasn't even high. She was just fucking at a mental break or some shit. She went fucking crazy.
Belief that she had been protecting her son's soul. She was arrested and charged with second-degree murder, failure to report a death, and tampering with a death scene. By September 2025, Rhonda remained in custody at the St. Lucie County Jail, still awaiting trial. Her attorneys had not yet released a full defense strategy, but psychiatric assessments were expected to play a decisive role in determining whether the case would remain a straightforward prosecution or shift toward involuntary treatment. On January 23rd, 2026, what began as a routine DUI traffic stop in Westminster, Colorado, turned into one of the most disturbing child endangerment discoveries officers had seen. At first, police observed a vehicle performing reckless maneuvers in a parking lot. The driver, later identified as Thomas Michael, was pulled over after officers noted clear signs of impaired driving behavior.
Hi there. Hello. I'm Officer Kessler of the Westminster Police Department. Any idea why I'm stopping you today?
Because I was acting like an idiot.
Yeah, huge in that parking lot. You're lucky you didn't hit somebody. Are you sure you haven't drank any alcohol? Because I got a smell of alcohol coming from the vehicle right now.
No, sir. It's my...
Your Zins? So Zins are supposed to... They smell like alcohol, or... Okay, that's interesting. Would you be willing to do some voluntary roadside maneuvers today?
During the initial interaction, he appeared disoriented, while officers immediately began assessing whether alcohol was involved. As the conversation continued, officers asked standard DUI-related questions. Rayola denied drinking at first, but his story quickly became inconsistent.
When you said you had alcohol to drink today, what did you have to drink?
2 shooters.
2 shooters? Okay. What kind of shooters were they?
99s.
Like 99 bananas, 99?
Yeah.
What kind was, like 99 what?
I don't even remember.
Okay. Do you have any medical problems, anything like that? Anything that would cause you to not be able to balance, walk, or anything like that? Any injuries?
No.
No.
He was then asked to perform standard evaluations, including balance and coordination exercises. He appeared nervous and repeatedly expressed hesitation before continuing. And as officers prepared to place him under arrest, things took a pretty disturbing turn.
When you get to your 9th step, series of small steps, turn yourself around, 9 heel-to-toe steps back. Once you start the test, do not stop until you're completed with the test.
I'm done.
You don't want to complete these? All right, go ahead and put your hands behind your back. Put your hands. I'm going to put you on the ground if you turn and try to fight me.
No, I'm not fighting. No. It's
you
even
can
worse.
ask questions.
No, it's even worse.
You can ask questions here in a second.
What's even worse?
Um,
Stop flexing up.
I'm not.
Relax.
In the middle of the questioning, he told deputies
It's
that his
even
children were
worse.
inside the vehicle. When officers asked him to explain, he added almost casually that the children were in the trunk. That single statement immediately changed the nature of the stop.
Oh shit, dude.
My kids are in the trunk.
They're in the trunk?
Yeah.
Why the f are they in the trunk?
Because they're like, Dad, can you get in the trunk and go fast for us? So it's even worse. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Why would you put your kids in the trunk?
Just because we go right here.
Is that why you're driving like an asshole in the parking lot?
Yeah.
How old are you? So you have 3 kids hiding in the trunk?
Yes.
What had started as a routine investigation now became an
Fucking
urgent
damn.
child safety emergency. Officers moved quickly to secure the scene and opened the trunk without hesitation. Inside, they found 3 children ages 6, 9, and 11 sitting in cramped conditions. Although the children appeared physically unharmed, the circumstances raised immediate concerns about their safety and how long they had been there.
What are you guys doing?
Okay. Well, now we're... Go ahead and step over here. You didn't think that would have been a good idea to say something before?
Rayola was taken into custody without further delay,
That's-
as officers shifted their focus to the welfare of the minors. From there, the
You
case
know,
expanded
drunk driving
rapidly.
with kids in the
Detectives
trunk
began
of all
examining
places.
the
That's
interior of
fucked.
the vehicle for any additional evidence, while another team contacted the children's mother and other potential guardians to determine who could safely take them. Until arrangements were confirmed, the children were transported to a secure location where they could be supervised and evaluated. Rayola faced multiple charges related to child endangerment,
no, that's
along with several traffic violations from the initial stop. No physical injuries were found, but what officers pulled from that trunk left an impression that went well beyond the paperwork.
You can't
If
just
these
be stuffing
terrifying
kids in the
police
trunk
body
like that.
cam encounters left you uneasy, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more raw, unfiltered moments caught on camera. Join us next time if you dare, because
That is good shit. That is good shit. Yeah, no, that's that one wasn't really as bad. Like, you had a guy who threw something, whatever. You had a guy who's mentally ill charge the cops and get shot. Okay. I don't know what's unexplainable about that. You had a mother who had a mental break and killed her son. Okay. I don't know. Then you had the last one was a guy who was drunk driving with his kids in the trunk. I wouldn't say they were things that they couldn't explain. I think it was just kind of like fucked up shit.